Okay, thank you very much for your brilliant presentation at the World Forum for Broadband and Connectivity. Can you just say what was the essence of your discussion?
The essence of the discussion was really to describe what are the profound transformations that are going on in the network architecture. So after the years where we have moved from I would say networks which are one beside of the other, mobile network, the fixed network, the PSTN and so on, we have now converged all those networks and getting rid little by little of the PSTN. And now there is a new technology that is coming, which is network function virtualization and software-defined network, which will allow us to make those IP networks really programmable in order to introduce more quickly services and to allow the services to be more tailored to the customers.
So what is really the driving force? Because technology is moving at such a pace, you can hardly catch up with it.
I guess the driving force, I think, is not the technology per se, but it is what you can do with the technology. And this is how we approach this, and from the point of view of the customer. Of course, I mean, you have always to think about what the customer is expecting. And so in this case, what we are looking at is what are the new services that are allowed with those technologies, both for enterprises, small businesses and mass market, and then little by little to introduce this technology in order to allow those services.
And I know a lot of people say businesses in the UK, for instance, the CBI did a study that businesses are losing 92 billion pounds. SMEs are not embracing technology and therefore not using technology for their business, for productivity, efficiency. What advice do you have for people that are still hesitant about this?
Well, the challenge, I think, is really because, of course, I mean, enterprise businesses and SMEs are very different. And so you can propose to businesses some services where they have to manage things and so on. For SMEs, they want basically to have services very simple that manage themselves, but that can manage themselves in order to do what they are expecting to be done. And so this is the difficulty that in fact we have to face, that we have to different needs, both from the enterprise businesses, big businesses, and SMEs on the other side.
And some excuse they use in the UK is the fact that, and in fact in the US, is digital divide is age divide. That means those that are above 40, they say, oh, technology came after my time, I don't want to use it. And those that are younger, they say, oh, they want to use it even when they don't need it. But you have managed to be enthusiastic about technology. You are not below 40, but your thinking and your use of technology is like 25 from what I saw you do.
Yeah,
how have you managed to keep up?
But I think that in fact it's not only me, but when you see the penetration of smartphones, for instance, on all the ages, not only the young people, but I see even my in-laws, for instance, which are much older than me, now have smartphones, they use them and so on. And so I think that with this, and also because you see the young guys using the technology, so you want to do the same. So all this, I think, is pushing people to use the technology. So I don't think this divide is a question of age. It may be a question of whether or not you have access to the internet. But otherwise, I think everyone is savvy about those new technologies.
And how do you see globally, internationally, as a leveler of different economies? Right now we have developed economies, we have developing economies. Do you think technology can be used to accelerate the economic development of nations? So technology, not for the sake of technology, but it's technology for empowerment, poverty reduction, employment, and outsourcing has caused a big thing in India. What do you think? Is that it?
This is a very good point. For instance, I mean, so I work in Orange, and in Orange we have a number of networks in Africa, for instance. And in Africa, of course, I mean, the mobile services is something that is very much used by the population, and it allows also development of economies. For instance, there is little banking in Africa, and we have a service which is called Orange Money that allows, in fact, a customer to transfer some money to another customer it is used, you can buy things on the marketplace, and it is used by everyone, young and elder people, and really helps the economies to take off.
So what would you propose to the government therefore? So the government in developing nations should think twice
Yes.
and forget so much emphasis on oil, natural resources, and be able to probably exploit technology.
Yeah, I guess, telecoms at least, is really, I think, something that can help all those countries to boost their economies. And in order to give means that they did not have in the past, and to go directly, in fact, to the most modern, I would say, means that are available today with the technology.
Thank you very much. And what do you say about the future? Because you've seen the past, you can tell us where the future is going. Your wisdom, your experience, you can feel it, and you know essentially what's going to happen in 2020 based on the trajectory that we are going.
Well, I think that in fact now I would say the need to be connected and to has become a need for everyone. When you think about something, you look at the internet in order to have the answer. So I think that now the lives have changed, in fact, with the internet. And what I see for the future is more and more people who are connected to the internet, and more services that they can check, and more knowledge that they can get from the internet. And so it is what the operators have to do are really to be able to connect everyone and to give everyone all the services to allow them to connect to all this wealth, I would say, of knowledge and richness that is now available for everybody.
Thank you very much. So how sweet answer.